Welcome back, students. Let us continue with the chapter 6, Attitude and Social Cognition. So today we are on the topic attitude change. So here we will try to understand how attitude can be changed and what is the process involved in it, and what are the famous concepts given by different psychologists, and what are the famous theories under it. So let us start. The concept of balance. This concept of balance was proposed by Fritz Heider, is is sometimes described in the form of POX triangle. So, which represents the relationship between three components of the attitude, that is A, B, C. So P stands for, let us say that P is any person whose attitude is being started, O is another person, and X is the attitude object. So it can also possible that these all three are person. So the basic idea is that attitude changes if there is a state of imbalance between the PO attitude, OX attitude, and PX attitude. So, because we know that imbalance is logically uncomfortable, so the attitude changes in the direction of balance. So if all three sides of the POX triangle are negative, or two sides are positive and one side is negative, so imbalance is found. So balance is found when all three sides are positive and two sides are negative and one side is positive. So let us try to understand this example by one uh, situation. P stands for, let us say, P is any person who has a positive attitude towards attitude object. Let us say here the attitude object is dowry. So the P has a positive attitude towards dowry. That means P acts as positive. So P is planning to get his son married to the daughter of some person O who has a negative attitude towards dowry, that is OX negative. So now the question here is, what would be the nature of PO attitude and how would it determine balance or imbalance in the situation? So we know that O has a positive attitude towards P, the situation would be unbalanced. So PX is positive, OP is positive, but OX is negative. So that is, there are two positive and one negative in the triangle. So this is a situation of imbalance. So one of the three attitudes will therefore have to change. So this change could take place in the PX relationship. P starts disliking dowry as a custom, or in the OX relationship O starts liking dowry as a custom, or in the OP relationship O starts disliking P. So in short, an attitude change will have to take place so that there will be a three positive relationship, or two negative, or one positive relationship in the triangle. So this is all about the concept of balance. So the next theory is of cognitive dissonance. So the cognitive dissonance theory is given by Leon Festinger in 1957. So what it means? The cognitive dissonance means a feeling of discomfort when our beliefs and actions don't line up. So according to this cognitive dissonance, this theory states that it's a psychological principle that states that we feel discomfort when we act in a way that contradicts our beliefs, encounter information that challenges our beliefs, or hold competing beliefs simultaneously. So let's try to understand this one example. Let's say you believe animals and people are equal and should be treated with the same respect. So you dislike the meat industry and feel that eating animals is inhumane. So yet you sometimes prepare and eat meat. So that the discomfort you might feel by acting in a way that contradicts something you believe is cognitive dissonance. So So let us try to understand it with one more example. Uh, you are paid to lie to someone about how fun and interesting a task is, but you know that lying is not a good thing to do. So when you lie, you feel bad. So you are experiencing cognitive dissonance. Liars are bad people, you think, but you have just lied. So does that make you a bad person? So the process of cognitive dissonance is can be divided into three steps: inconsistency in action and belief, like lying is bad but you do it anyway. So this is the disconnect between your actions, lying, and your belief that it's bad. So recognition of inconsistency causes dissonance. If you don't recognize that your action and beliefs are out of alignment, then you won't experience cognitive dissonance. But once you realize that you have lied and that you think lying is bad, so you are uncomfortable with the feeling of dissonance that occurs. Third, change something to resolve the dissonance. So you are feeling really bad that you lied. So you need to change something to feel less dissonance. So this is beautifully described the theory of dissonance by Leon Festinger. So the next we have two-step concept proposed by S.M. Mohsin. So S.M. Mohsin adopted the social learning approach to study the process of attitude change. According to him, the attitude change process involves two steps which are to be based on an identification of the target with the agent of change, who should initiate first of all reciprocated attraction for each other. So attitude change is in two steps. Number one, target, and number two, source. Now what is source and what is target? So the target is whose attitude is being changed, and the source is the person who exists the target for attitudinal change. So the step 1 is identification. Source must have positive attitude and love towards the target, and target must have trust and respect for the source. In the second step, source first of all himself or herself shows an attitudinal change by changing his or her own attitude towards the attitude object. Or so in the first step, source must have positive and affectionate attraction towards the target, and target must have respect and trust towards the source, which is called reciprocated attraction. So the reciprocated attraction helps the target in identification with the source and desired change in the attitude. In the second step or step 2, manifestation of attitudinal change towards the attitude object by source. So seeing the change in attitude in source, the target also shows an attitude change. So it's a type of observational learning. So Mahatma Gandhi, who transformed himself in order to change the attitude of Indian masses. So this is all about the two-step concept by S.M. Mohsin.